This is my 16-day journey on the Camino pilgrimage. Along the way, I carried curiosity and anticipation, as well as questions for myself. I used my pen to record every moment of my feelings and emotions and my footsteps to feel the weight and the rhythm of each path. After returning to Taiwan, I recognized those writings and footage, hoping to share through this video everything I saw, experienced, and felt. During this journey, I felt that the truest me appeared when facing the unknown and moments of independence, along with fear and anxiety. Ordering a meal alone in a restaurant actually required courage because I usually don't do these things. I usually eat at home, and in the past, eating or ordering alone wasn't common for me. Moreover, this time it was in a completely unfamiliar environment with the language barrier. Dining alone was truly challenging. There were also many moments when I hesitated to greet passing pilgrims with a buen camino because I felt shy and unsure, wondering, will that respond to me? These small, challenging, and anxiety-including moments, I realized actually illuminate my most genuine and deeper self. I felt the most ease and freedom while walking and taking in the scenery. I would see vast meadows with many cows and sometimes horses and donkeys, animals not commonly seen in Taiwan. The crisp, cool air of the morning, lightly covered with golden mist, and walking along the yellow dirt path filled with the scent of earth, enjoying these open landscapes. I felt as if I owned the whole world. I experienced freedom and savored the beauty and tranquility of the present moment. All the scenery replayed vividly in my mind over and over again. It will remain one of the most beautiful memories of my life. During this dream-fulfilling project, I met many unique and interesting peers who also wanted to pursue their dreams. Their ages ranged from first-year high school students to those entering university, providing a great opportunity for cross-age friendship and exchange. During this hike, I talked with many peers about their experiences with exams and further education. Some were preparing for important senior year exams, and we also shared school stories. One student, a dormitory officer at her school, enthusiastically shared her experiences and challenges, which was really interesting. What I learned most from the older students was their courage in interacting with foreigners. Even when they didn't share a common language, they actively used translation tools to express everything they wanted to say. Similarly, the Spanish locals and other foreigners we interacted with were very willing to chat and even engage with their children and take photos. This helped me overcome my previous timidity and introversion in unfamiliar situations. I became braver in expressing my needs and thoughts, and gradually along the Camino, I got more comfortable and confident chatting with people I met on the trail. On the Camino, my main focus was very much on living in the moment. This was the very intention of my pilgrimage journey. At first, my mind was noisy and I couldn't accept myself. My inner dialogue was like, why can't I calm down? Why do I keep thinking, why can't I do this? Gradually, through inner guidance, I realized that what I should do wasn't to force myself to clear all thoughts from my mind, but rather to accept the fact that my mind is perhaps noisy right now. By truly accepting the present state, I tried many times, and although I still resisted at times, slowly I discovered that once I genuinely accepted the chatter of my mind, the racing thoughts would suddenly disappear. The world quieted down, and I truly lived in the moment. It was one of the major takeaways from my Camino journey in Spain. Even now, back in Taiwan, this insight still greatly benefits my daily life. It helps me better understand my inner self and allows me to hear my true inner voice and desires. Throughout this entire pilgrimage, from departure to completion, I interacted with countless people. Whether they were Taiwanese I met along the way, Italians, or local Spaniards, I treated each encounter as a precious memory in a form of understanding that transcends language. I realized that the world is truly vast. This was my first time traveling abroad, and I suddenly understood that there are so many ways to live. In the past, my life in Taiwan revolved around studying, attending classes, taking exams, reviewing, and worrying about my grades. I almost always live in self-judgment and comparison. I constantly felt I wasn't good enough. I always thought I had to achieve high scores and get into a good university for a bright future. Those things, were they truly what I wanted? I never really thought, could there be another path? In the past, I was crushed many times by academic anxiety and pressure. I cried and wondered, what is the meaning of living in this way? When I finally boarded the plane to begin this pilgrimage, I realized that I could live in countless ways. Why must I always have good grades? Why must I go to a top university? Are these really my true desires? What I truly want? What is it? I witness countless scenes that seem only to appear in movies. Elderly couples sitting side by side on the street, laughing in the sunset breeze, people leisurely dining and chatting at countless tables, families strolling home after dinner. I realized that there are many ways to live. Perhaps I don't always have to be a victim. Perhaps I can truly open my heart and choose a life that my inner self truly desires, living the way I genuinely want. I understood that life is neither too long nor too short. What matters is whether I live according to others' definition of success or according to a version of myself that brings true joy and satisfaction. That is what is truly important. In the past, I had lived my life busily for the sake of others. Perhaps this time, it is the moment to break out of the black box that once trapped me and see a world full of colors.